Barry Sanders is a legend. He was fast, he could stop on a dime, he could juke and jive like none other. He could turn a corner like a mother, you know what? And guess what, man? He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had a Barry Sanders jersey when I was in junior high that I got, I can't even remember from where. It was the replica version. And guys, I always wanted an authentic, and I found this Wilson Proline, but I wanted to take a step farther. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I took that Proline and how I'm going to recreate a Barry Sanders jersey from the 1993 season. All right, so guys, the first step in recreating this 1993 Barry Sanders jersey was having to do my research. So guys, now for the NFL, teams are more straightforward. They all use Nike. They all use pretty much the same materials. Fonts are different, and there's other variations, but for the most part, they're pretty much standard. All right, guys. But back in the 90s, every team used different materials. Every team used different suppliers, brand-wise, so it was a lot harder. I did my research and I had to look at the basics. Now guys, the best way to do your research is obviously asking around for people who have experience with these jerseys in this generation. Also, you have to do your own research. I use Getty Images, Google Images, among other sources. All right, so some of the things that I found is that in the 1993 season, obviously they have this 60-year anniversary patch, and locating that patch from that era from a team issue is going to be near impossible. And if I do find one, it's probably going to be between $100 and $200, believe it or not. So I found the Willoughby and Ward version. It is pretty accurate to the size. The patches that the Lions used that season were huge, as you can see right here. In addition to the patch, I had to find other specifics on the jersey. So the jersey that I have, that Wilson, it is heat pressed and it does have the correct font for 1993, which is good. All right, guys. So next, that I have the correct jersey font, I have to locate a name bar because the Lions used names and nameplates in 1993. So finding that was kind of hard, and I had to go with a different player's jersey because I tried some different materials and they didn't work out. They were too off in color. It would have looked awkward. So I found this jersey, all right, and I cut the material out of it to use as a nameplate. So guys, the next step was researching the correct font, and I was able to find pictures of this font, luckily. And I found out though, when I found these pictures, is that not only did they do something different, it is in fact stitched on for the name. The nameplate's not just stitched on, but the name is actually stitched onto the nameplate, not heat pressed like the rest of the jersey. So guys, there's some other things to mention. I could have just bought the Mitchell & Ness version. However, the Mitchell & Ness version is fully heat pressed on, even the name, so that was off. Some of the fonts on the jersey are off, and the patch looks to be too small than the actual patch. So with all that said, the Mitchell & Ness version was not the one for me. So now that I have the correct patch, pretty much, now that I have the matching nameplate material, I have the jersey, now I have to go ahead and get the name made. So what I did is I used Customized Sports, I sent him a picture, and I told him what size I needed. Guys, if you're unsure about what sizes, compare them to your other jerseys from that generation as a worst. Best case, ask around. A lot of people will be helpful in the different groups on Facebook and other social media sites, and they'll help you out. So Customized Sports made me the kit, and now I'm going to bring it to City Sport, who I use for my stitching, which is here roughly in the Chicagoland area, about 35 to 40 minutes outside of the city. All right, so I got my jersey back from City Sport Lettering here in the Chicagoland area. And guys, as you can see, he stitched the patch on in the correct spot for the jersey. And when we turn the jersey around, he stitched the name to the nameplate and stitched the nameplate onto the jersey just like they had it. But guess what? There's one more step. So if you guys look closely, there's something a little bit different about Barry Sanders sleeves. And this is why research and look into pictures directly from this era and from these certain games is important, because he hemmed his sleeves. They're not chopped like some players did, but they are hemmed. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to some tailor down the street here, and when I get it back, we're going to show you next. All right, guys, another thing to mention is that when I was researching, I had to make sure that this Wilson Proline had the correct tagging. By that, I mean neck tagging, jock tagging, and sleeve tagging. Now, certain suppliers use different tagging for different seasons. Remember that. and bam, it is now a 1993 Barry Sanders jersey. It has the same tagging at the bottom, pretty much from that area. And it also has the same fonts, which was used specifically in 1993. It has the sewn on name, and the rest of it's heat pressed on. It has the patch, it has the hem sleeves. And guys, here is the final product for the front and for the back. So as you can see, with a little determination, time, effort, and research, you could recreate a NFL jersey and have it look awesome and be one of a kind. If you found this video interesting, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. If you need help or have questions about getting your own jersey customized, even if it's a different player or team or sport, hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. And if there's a video you want to see in the future, don't hesitate to ask. I'll do my best to get that video done. Guess what? I'll see you at the next one.